Yo, what is up, YouTube? I just thought I'd do an updated Toolbox tour video because I went back and looked at my old one and realized that it's been a few years and I've gotten a lot more tools since then. And actually, when I first posted that video, I had literally just bought this box because I had upgraded from a 55-inch to now the 72-inch. So that was probably, what, 3 years ago I think I posted that video. So like I said, I've purchased a lot more since then, so I figured I'd do an update on this thing and I actually talk to you guys to this video, not just show you the drawers real quick. So make it a little more in depth since I got a lot more tools. So let's go ahead and just go right off the bat to the top drawer. I know that's what everybody likes to see on these Toolbox tour videos. So obviously she's full now. Got a lot more sockets, and I'm out of room up here. So, but we have all SAE here, and then metric on the left side. Most of my metric stuff is Snap-on, because obviously that's what most stuff is nowadays, unless you're working on older hot rod stuff. But it is still good to have SAE. I did not buy Snap-on SAE. These are actually all Tekton tools. Believe it or not, they are really good. I feel like their quality is actually better than Gear Wrench. But I feel like a lot of people do not know about Tekton, because I think they're online only and the name's just not quite out there. I mean, some people do know about Tekton. But when I tell some people, they're like, oh, I never even heard of it. But I feel like their quality is really, really good. And I like their sets that you buy from them. They don't skip any sizes, which is great. Because that's my biggest thing is I hate when you buy sets and they skip certain sizes. It's like, oh, I want them all. So anyways, metric is obviously mostly covered. We'll start off here. So we got impact quarter. I know those probably aren't needed, but on my last job I did a lot of quarter drive stuff, but I use the impact, so I just bought them just to have. Probably, like I said, not really needed, but I do have the 3/8 and metric and the impact socket 6-point, and then all the chromes go 6-point, 12-point, and then same with the 3/8, 6-point, 12-point, and then 1/2-inch chrome is also 6-point, and along with the impact sockets. I do eventually want to get 12-point on the 1/2-inch sockets, but I'm just kind of out of room. So I mean, eventually I might upgrade to a Master Series box, because the Master Series box from this toolbox is actually 5 inches deeper in depth. So that comes in handy when you need that extra depth in the toolbox. It don't seem like a lot when your box is empty, but when you start filling it up, you're kind of wishing your drawers were just that much deeper, like how this is full now. But like I said, I got most tools that cover most of the stuff that I do. This box is no longer at my work because I changed jobs. This is actually at home. I do a lot of wrenching on the weekends and stuff. And obviously, if you follow my channel, I own a diesel truck and I'm always doing diesel stuff and working on hot rods or whatever with my dad. So yeah, so like I said, I do use my tools. On my other job, or my new job that I'm at now currently, I do have another toolbox there, but that's not Snap-on box. It's just a US General. I don't wrench a lot there. I mean, I do use tools, but not heavily. And they do have company tools there too. So usually if I don't have it there, there's something else in the company box. So anyways, long story short, all my nice tools here at home. I do have some Snap-on stuff over there, just a few little things that I use commonly. But anyways, back to this box. So like I said, mostly Snap-on over here. This is all Tekton. I do have the new the Snap-on e-Torques. Those come in handy. I know a lot of German cars use these, and but GM also uses these like on the Hydro Boost and stuff. And I've seen a lot more companies go to this. And also, actually, the reason why I bought this set originally was I was doing replacing a turbo on a Chevy Cruze with the 1.4, and those are so prone for the exhaust manifolds to crack on those, and you got to replace the whole assembly. And they use the E10, so that's actually why I bought this set. But I've used them a lot more since then. So I'm kind of glad I bought these nice sets, or this nice set. Pretty much covers all the range, and it starts from quarter drive and then steps up to 3/8 drive on the bigger ones. And then we got some spark plug sockets, swivel and straight, and then like these little sets. These came with the when I bought some of the sets when I bought the CT761. It came with these impact sockets. We got O2 sensor, and then also a thread chaser for that as well. These are cool flip sockets from Snap-on. If you've seen these, it's got the two common sizes, obviously 21, 22, and then 17 and 19 on their smaller vehicles, which is nice. They come with this extension here, but I bought this adapter from Snap-on, so it goes a 1/2-inch drive to 3/8 for this. So it's actually really nice. So if you didn't know that they make this, hit up your Snap-on dealer. I'm sure he can order it for you guys. So if you want to put your big boy on these flip sockets, because I think these flip sockets are 3/8 for some reason. I don't know why they don't do them in 1/2 inch, but if not, you can just buy this and then you can use your big impact if you need to. And then some dial calipers, and obviously got some metric swivels, and then the hex, and then ball ends, obviously SAE and standard. The swivels are just metric, and then some Torx there, and then a nut driver. These are good. I actually love using these for hose clamps. I feel like these are a lot quicker, and you can kind of get a better feel on how tight the clamp is when you use a nut driver versus a ratchet or a flat blade. I feel like a flat blade, you can't really get that much torque down on it anyways, but this just, I don't know, I feel like I'm a lot quicker with doing hose clamps with this versus a ratchet or using a flat blade. So that's what mainly I use that for. So I already have a 5/16 or 8 mil, whatever, same thing, same size. So yeah, that pretty much covers the top drawer. Like I said, she's getting there. She's pretty much full here. So there's that one. And then next one is obviously wrenches. I'm a little weak in the wrench department. I'm working my way. That's probably the next thing I focus on. Originally when I bought the box home, it was all I focused on getting all the sockets filled in. So that's pretty much covered now. So anyways, back to the wrenches. So I do have Tecton wrenches. These are a really, really nice set. Like I said, they don't skip no sizes. So this was 1/4 inch all the way to 1.25 inch. And then metric was over there from, I believe 6 millimeter all the way up to 24. And this wrench set, honestly, I think if I remember right, I think it's like $350, which is not bad. And they're really nice wrenches. So, I mean, if you're a tech just starting out, because man, if you bought these wrenches from Snap-on, from, you know, all these, both sets, I mean, you're probably spending probably $2,000 on wrenches, which is just, honestly, it's ridiculous, especially for a guy, you know, that's just starting out. You just, when you first start out, you just need tools. You need your box full of tools. Not everything has to be Snap-on. These will get the jobs done. But these I splurged on. Obviously, these are the Snap-on ratcheting wrenches. And the reason why I said screw it on these and bought them is because the heads are super small on the ratcheting end. So these get in really tight spaces. So if you look at cheaper ones like Gear Wrench or whatever, the head is a lot bigger from this distance. So the fact that these get on there, they're almost like putting a socket, kind of, you know, because they're really thin. But these two sets together was basically $1,000, and that was a few years ago. So who knows what the prices are now, because I started buying Snap-on tools back in 2016 pretty heavily. From 18 to like 21 is when I really started buying tools a lot, and obviously at the box and whatnot. And then these are some cheap adjustable wrenches that I got off Amazon. Actually, I try not to use adjustable wrenches. I like to use actual size, but there's times where you're just doing something quick or whatever, or it's bigger than something that I don't have here, or it's just kind of holding it while you zip off the nut on the other end. These are fine. But if you're really putting it on some torque on a fastener, obviously you want to use the right size actual wrench. And then some line wrenches, those are metric, but I do want to get the Tecton full set for SAE and metric. So those are on the list. Like I said, that's my next goal, is to get it's a lot more flex head like ratchet wrenches and little stubby ones, and I want to focus on the wrench drawer next. Get this kind of filled up to all the different sizes, and maybe get those long the long box end wrenches. I do like those for like for oil changes and getting those drain bolts off, or just when you got to torque down a little bit more. Those are really cool. I definitely want to get those. I know Snap-on has them, and also is Tecton. Even the ones from Tecton aren't cheap. I think their set is like almost $400, but I'm sure Snap-on's probably $1,000. So I'll probably just get the Tecton. And then next drawer here is the screwdriver drawer. Obviously, all my stuff I'm sticking to red, because I like the green is cool, the orange is cool, but red is Snap-on's color, or yeah, red is Snap-on's color. So I'd rather just stick to the color that they'll always have. I have OCD, and I don't want to have sets with different colors mixed with green and red and high vis or whatnot. So just stick to red. So anyways, I bought these sets because I like these ones, because they don't skip any sizes on the Phillips. So like starts from number 3 Phillips and goes all the way down to the little micro ones. Same thing with the flat blades. This was before they started coming out with those fancy foam sets. Those are pretty nice, but obviously this was the trays that they had before all that stuff, which are still cool. Like, some people say it takes up a lot of space, but hey, it keeps the tools organized. I guess if I need the space eventually, I can take these out of the tray, but at the same time, it's not hurt nothing. And so over here we got Torx. These go from a T8 all the way to a T45. on a handle. And if you do need to get a little bit more torque, these do have a hex on there, so you can put a wrench to help get it torqued if you don't want to put a socket on there. But and then those are also metric on the hex there. So like I said, I just invested in the metric stuff because that's what obviously you use majority of the time, like everybody else. I mean, everything's metric nowadays, even domestic cars. So yeah, those are nice if you're doing like mass air sensors and you're pulling those out of the tubes, or little stuff like that. You don't need to obviously grab a ratchet with the socket in. You can just grab this real quick and you got it on a screwdriver handle. The panel poppers, those are a must if you're doing any type of clips or door panels or stuff like that. And a lot of times too, these will also save the clips themselves, so I highly recommend those. I love them. The long one, I don't think I've ever used the long one. I don't really know when I would need to use the long one, but hey, it was part of the set, so it is what it is. And you just have some old Craftsman screwdrivers over there in case you're doing something where you're doing whacking on them, or you don't care they get messed up. If you don't want to ruin a $40 screwdriver, because obviously I use my stuff, but I try to take care of it. I don't want to beat my stuff to death. I like to make it look presentable. And these pry bars are awesome. And the main thing, the reason why I love these pry bars that Snap-on does, is because these are actually meant to get striked on the end. Because I know a lot of other pry bars, they're not meant to do that, and they have a hard handle, and then if you use a hammer on the back or a mallet or whatever, it will shatter the handle. So the fact that Snap-on came out with these with the striker in, they're awesome. So these are definitely a good buy if you're doing any type of suspension work or just where you need these in general. Highly recommend this set. It's really nice. It's nice to have these pry bars, and I know they got some big ones too. Like I think they have like a 36-inch one that's huge. I've seen it on the truck, but I don't have a need for that big. I mean, I guess if you're doing heavy duty stuff, working on tractors or whatnot, then you probably need it. But anyways, enough right on this drawer. And then obviously just regular hex Allens. Sometimes you just need to grab a little set and you're just doing something simple. And then plier drawer. A little weak on pliers. That's another thing I need to focus on. I do have a couple of pliers at work. I took them over there, but not everything's Snap-on. To have bought the set there, and you get like channel locks and some more vice grips, and I need to get the Snap-on wire strippers. I do have the crimpers there, but I need to get their strippers. And then for bigger gauge wire or filter wrench, and then this tool is a must for exhaust hangers. This thing is awesome. If you're doing any type of exhaust, or you got to pull an exhaust off, having this hanger tool is awesome. I was trying to use a screwdriver and soaking with WD-40, trying to get those hangers off. They're a pain, but with this, man, it just pops right off. It's so much easier. So, and this is cheap. This is not even Snap-on. You can get this on Amazon for like $20. So definitely look into that if you do exhaust work. And then obviously some C-clamps and whatnot. And nice, you gotta always have a nice pair of scissors. These aren't super high end, but these are approach scissors, so they're super sharp. So these are always nice to have. I use these for cutting like heat shrink or whatever. You never know when you need some nice pair of scissors. So like I said, there's that. And then the next drawer, like I said, I'm still filling this box up. Here I just got some catalogs, GM and then PP diesel stuff, and then Snap-on catalog, some drill bits and files and punches. So that's pretty much in this drawer. Like I said, it's not just 100% full, but I'm working on it. And then here I got some picks, and then some wiring stuff. It's just miscellaneous. It's cotter pins and whatnot. And then I recommend these. These are really cool. These actually work really, really good at taking off hoses. These little like hockey stick picks or whatever Snap-on calls them. Highly recommend these. These are actually really cool. First I was like, what the heck? And then I bought them. And I use these more than I ever thought I would. When you get a stubborn hose, you try to take off, it's kind of, it helps get in there and breaks the seal without ruining the hose and marring up the surface or poking a hole with like using a flat blade screwdriver. So, because it's all rounded on the edges. So highly, highly recommend these. You can tell, obviously I use the crap out of the ones with a little 90 degree. Don't really use the straight ones, to be honest. But like I said, if you see these on the truck, just grab them. You'll be happy you did. We're good for hoses. And then here, start getting the hard cases. This is a thread chaser kit from Snap-on. If you don't have this, definitely recommend getting this, because it doesn't take more threads off. It just helps clean up threads. If you have a fastener that's a little chewed up or whatever, you can use that. So that works really good. And then some fuel line disconnect tools. That was a little set that I got. And then impact driver for hex. Sometimes like rotors, they have a Phillips and they're stubborn, and you can whack that and then help break those loose. And then that's just like a little mini hole saw set. And then my torque wrenches, I got the torque angles, got the 1/2 inch and the 3/8. I actually literally just bought the 3/8. I'll show you guys this one. It's the red one. Like I said, I maybe used this one twice. It's pretty much brand new. I do have the special edition on the black one, actually. Let me show you guys this one. This one's pretty cool. They actually brought these back because I think I bought this like back in 2020, I think. An all blacked out one. When I went to get the 3/8, they had sold out, and that's why my 3/8 one don't match. But I saw they brought them back, so I might ask my Snap-on dealer if I could swap it out for the all black one. That way they match. It'd be kind of cool. So, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they're half the time they're in their hard cases anyways. So that's that. And then this is kind of like a junk drawer, kind of just catch all. I do have the Snap-on die grinders straight in the 90. Love those things. Those things work amazing. Once you use those, like the regular Ingersoll Rand ones feel kind of cheap, so they're really expensive, but I highly recommend those. They work really, really good. Like I said, just miscellaneous stuff in there. And then what are the little junk drawer here? You know, paint markers, pins, punches, chisels. You know, everybody has to have the little junk drawer, box cutter, and deburring tool and whatnot. So that's that. Magnets. And then here, got multimeter, some zip ties, and these are some other sockets that came in the Tecton because their metric set actually went all the way up to 32. So I got the 30 up to 32, and then there's a Duramax axle nut socket, some SAE stuff, and then some more extensions and stuff that came with those sets from Tecton. So that's that. And then more hard cases here, compression tester, ball joint remover tool. I'm trying to think what else I have in here. Inch pound screwdriver and a Dremel, and then so there's like a drill bit set I have down there, gloves and whatnot. So there's that, and then we'll go over to the ratchets and extensions. Mostly Snap-on. There's some Tecton ones there that came in those sets. The Tecton ratchets aren't bad. I mean, they're pretty fine too. I mean, obviously they're not super smooth like the Snap-on, but they're not too shabby. They were pretty good. So yeah, I got all the Snap-on ratchets with the soft grip. I have some chrome Snap-on ones, but I have those that work. And then you know, different extensions and whatnot. Those are kind of pointless, the 1/4 inch, but those came in a set, so that's why I have those. These are those Wobble Plus from Snap-on. These are okay because those ones you got to push them all the way down to lock them, and if not, they wobble a lot. But I noticed with these, they only really work with the Snap-on sockets. With other like brands, with the Tecton, they don't really work that well. So if you have like a lot of different brands of sockets, I'd say just get the straight ones, like traditional, like these ones here. So unless you have all Snap-on sockets, then I would say get those. But if not, then don't bother. So yeah, so there's impact sockets and ratchets there. And then got some hammers. Like I said, I need to get some more mallets and stuff from Snap-on, and then a sludge. And then I use that 24-ounce ball pin a lot, and then the rubber end ones if you're not trying to mess this stuff up. So there's that, and then digital dowel calipers, some gloves. And then, like I said, this box does have the power drawer, so got my charger in there, some lights, spare batteries, and then got the polisher / grinder, which is really cool. I love that thing. Also has a polisher, but then when you need to grind some stuff without having to drag out the air hose, you know, and just use that real quick, that's pretty cool. And then screw gun, those are nice. Actually use that most around the house for like other stuff. And then the power tools. And like I said, all my power tools are Snap-on. And of course, after I purchased all these power tools, they came with brushless, so it never fails. But anyways, favorite one out of these bunch is probably the CT761. This thing, for the size, has a lot of torque, which is awesome. I don't know how the brushless one is. I'm sure it's probably better, but even just this one itself, I love these. I actually have two of them. I have one at work. Then the quarter, this thing. Quarter's cool because this one you don't have to worry about over torquing stuff like with M6 stuff. You kind of give it a couple zaps and you know you're good. Where this one you have to be careful on M6 bolts because you can over torque it. And then I have the little drill. This one's nice if you're doing like small little things because this has a 3/8 chuck, and then the 18 volt. Obviously, this one has the 1/2 inch chuck, so it works good. And then the bad boy, the 1/2 inch. This does work really good. I know Milwaukee has a model that has more torque than this one, but I know the new Snap-on brushless has like 1,000 breakaway torque, so I might upgrade to that one. Maybe take this one to work. So we'll see. And then I actually just bought the new Snap-on inflator. I saw that. This thing's pretty cool. You can set the tire pressure on the tire and lock it, and it'll shut off when it reaches that PSI. So this is really cool. I like that. And then down there I have the long 3/8 ratchet, and then the quarter, and then a 90-degree. So those ones I don't use often, but when you do need them, they're nice to have. So that's other than that, pretty much it. And like I said, I hardly use the 1/2 inch air pneumatic, obviously because everything's cordless now. But if I'm doing something that really needs some serious torque, I'll pull that out if I have access to air hose. So, but yeah, so pretty much that's it. Like I said, got a lot more tools since the last video, but still got a ways to go, you know, but making progress. So thanks for checking out this video, and drop any comments if you have any questions on tools or any suggestions. Let me know. So thanks for watching. Peace out.